Now that we are a few days into 2023, we thought it might be nice for us to sit back and enjoy some environmental success stories achieved during the year 2022. These relate to each of the Prime8 principles and just go to show how many great things are being achieved on a regular basis. In Lahti, Finland, a group of residents were invited to try a planetary health plan to see if making greener choices could be good for their health. The participants' carbon emissions and overall health were tracked before and after the experiment. One whose plan focused on mindfulness and recovery saw a 58% reduction in their exhaustion levels. Another, who added 40% more vegetarian food to their diet, reduced dairy consumption and started to forage for local food, saw a 35% drop in personal carbon footprint. Having just passed through the Christmas season, why don't we look at the great decision made by Nestlé during 2022, when they announced that some of the UK's most iconic sweets were getting an environmentally friendly makeover. After 86 years, Quality Street chocolates will no longer be wrapped in colourful foil and plastic packaging. Instead, the treats, manufactured by Nestlé, will be wrapped in recyclable waxed paper. New research suggested that plants can pass on climate adaptation to their offspring. The study, published in the Trends in Plant Science journal, found that memories of how to survive in our changing world are handed down through something called epigenetics. Unlike genetic changes, epigenetic changes do not change a DNA sequence. Instead, they can change how an organism reads a DNA sequence. Researchers hope the discovery will help scientists understand how plant intelligence is battling climate change, especially drought resilience. At COP27, more than 25 countries launched a group to hold each other accountable for a pledge to end deforestation by 2030, providing additional funding to the effort. The new group, which includes Japan, Pakistan, the United Kingdom and others, accounts for roughly 35% of the world's forests. Combined with the political change in Brazil last year, where Brazil's new president, Luiz da Silva, pledged to cut deforestation in the Amazon by 89% over the next decade, these are surely positive moves. The black-napped pheasant pigeon had not been seen for 140 years, and despite occasional sightings by hunters, there were fears that the animal had gone extinct. However, new footage captured by scientists in Papua New Guinea in September 2022 revealed that the pigeon lives on. The new discovery was like finding a unicorn, exclaimed the expedition co-leader John Mittermeier. It's the kind of moment you dream about your entire life as a conservationist and birdwatcher, he said. In November 2022, photographs of reusable McDonald's packaging went viral with social media users obsessing over the retro design. They were spotted by a Twitter user in France who shared images of glasses, chip holders and even Happy Meal boxes. The packaging is part of a trial across a few fast food locations in France and elsewhere, McDonald's has said. It comes as the European Commission and others push for shops, restaurants and other businesses to ditch single-use packaging. It was announced that the world's fastest electric ship will set sail in Stockholm during 2023, slashing environmental impacts and commuter time. The Candela P12 is a 30-passenger flying ferry that will reach speeds of 30 knots. Even better, the ship is said to be the most energy efficient yet. the P-12's flying ability and subsequent lack of wake prevent wave damage to sensitive shorelines and nature caused by conventional passenger ships. Oceanographers rejoiced after a pristine coral reef was discovered in Tahiti. In the waters of Tahiti's tropical coastline, marine researchers uncovered one of the largest coral reefs ever found. And, unlike many of its counterparts, it appears to be completely unaffected by human activity. Although they occupy just 0.1% of the ocean floor, coral reefs are home to a quarter of all marine life. So it is easy to see why this was such an excellent piece of news. So there we are. The more we all empower each other, the more likely it will be that we can turn the tide on so many subjects of environmental concern. Until we see you back here on the channel, thank you for watching and goodbye for now.